What's going on, people? Anant here, and welcome back to Jak and Daxter, where we meet Jack. And if you ever notice, his clothes are always blowing in the wind, even in places where there shouldn't be any wind. Ah well, let's animate this powers, huh?
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! This looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders! Oh! And it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
Alright, so there you go. Now, what you want to do first is you want to talk to both Kira and Samos to really get going. So let's start the Samos.
Well, the situation here stinks worse than a lurker's armpit. Before Blue Sage's disappearance, he journaled significant trouble in all of the surrounding areas. Of particular interest to me is the dark eco-infection of some innocent plants in the Precusor basin. Kira will teleport your Agrav Zoomer to the nearest transpad. Ride the Zoomer to a green eco vent, and then carry the green eco to the corrupted plants. That should heal them. Don't miss a single plant, or the infected ones will slowly reinfect the healthy ones. And Daxter, start cleaning up in here! And don't forget the corners.
Apparently, the precursor structure just off the coast leads to an underwater lost city. The Blue Sage has been trying to figure out how he can bring one of the chambers to the surface, but he was never successful. You should check it out.
Aren't there a lot of lurker sharks in that water?
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Of course not. Just looking out for Jack here. You know what a chicken he can be.
Well, if you swim out over the coral reef, I doubt the lurker sharks will bother you. They don't like shallow water.
And now we got our first two assignments. Now I'm gonna run around here. Get a little bit of health. We got our first scout flight.
Will we have enough power?
I promise you, if I didn't get that, it would have drove me crazy later on. And I already see another one hopping and skipping right down there, and bada boom! Nope. Just missed it. It was gonna be so cool, and I missed it. Maybe I should stop being cool and start being a dork. Ooh my! Flaming bull.
Find out why the Blue Sage disappeared. You're going to need to collect 45 power cells to fuel his machine. Go get them.
Oh, great! Like I said, when you do this game, it helps to try to collect everything you can. We will do this Precursor Basin later. This is probably the last thing we do. It helps to collect every single thing you can. Precursor orb, power cell, before moving on, because it's just going to save you a lot of grief later on, because as you can tell, we've got to do this thing at least once in every area.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Yeah, we're going to hold off on that for right now. So what we're going to do, some blue eco right there. I'll talk to her in a second. Another scout fly. Don't touch the rocks because they do damage to you. Okay, this one you're going to have to do this little rolling trick to really get this to work. Messed that up. Okay, is there any other blue eco lying around here? Okay, here's one. Okay, this should work. Nope, nope, that did not work. That did not work. Okay. Let me take a quick look here. So we can do that.
Hang in there, little ones.
Okay. Yep, that didn't work. Okay. This one can be a bit tricky to get to. Because you only have like 2 blue eco orbs to work with, and you want to be very quick on your feet with them. Because they don't last very long. Okay, that should give me just enough time. Nope. Okay. Gonna give it one more shot, then we're gonna change course. Okay, okay, I got hung up on the level geometry one more time.
Nasty lurkers.
1 second. Just gotta make sure, just in case. Okay, just in case. Sometimes I'll hide orbs like that inside the barrels and stuff. Come on. I know I've done this before. And yes, that was a hit sound. You actually can. Come on. Come on now. Let's see here. Okay. So no. So okay. Okay, I think I've got this. I think I've got this. Oh, almost got it.
Nasty lurkers.
Okay, nope, messed that up already. I'll cut back when I get to this. Got it! Okay. This one is one of the harder ones to get. I'm not even gonna deny that one. Okay, so now we gotta talk to these couple of NPCs here.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We asked you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precusor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 Precusor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Alright, and that's one Precusor orb we had to deal with. And now we're going to deal with this one. Sup?
Ah, not another hero. I lost my short on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time race in Dead Man's Gorge in the Precusor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year.
Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yak house steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? 'Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
I love the voice acting inside this series. This is so fun. Also, you want to give this guy 90 precursor orbs first before you give orbs to anyone else.
Oh, wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right, I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Now you may be wondering, why do you want to give him 90 orbs before anything else? Well, because we're going to now do, in my opinion, the second worst section of the entire Jak and Daxter franchise. Let me rephrase that. Of the entire Jak and Daxter franchise that Naughty Dog worked on. I do know there's one more that was done that they didn't work on, and I have not played that yet. Not sure if I really want.
You don't have enough power cells to power the Blue Sage's machine. We can't lift that boulder until you collect 45 power cells.
Alright. But yeah, it's like across Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and 3. So lurker shock right down there. I find this to be the second worst level in the game. Not because it's particularly hard, I just find it visually boring. And I'm not easily bored by things. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. It takes, in terms of games, it takes a lot to actually. It takes a lot to actually, you know, bore me. You know, they usually push through certain games and certain segments of games. It's like this segment will annoy other people. I'm pretty much of the mindset that I can pretty much handle this. It's not that bad. But there are instances where I was like man, this is just terrible. This is one of those segments that will straight up bore the crap out of me, and to this day I don't know why. Maybe it's just the color palette. Maybe it's what you're actually doing in this swamp. Because this swamp really is not that difficult. Also, I guess I kind of skipped over the introduction of it. We now have Yellow Eco. What Yellow Eco does is let us fire, you know, it's our projectile. And I kind of spoiled it earlier on Misty Isle, saying that we get Yellow Eco. But I'm fairly certain that Samos told us in the tutorial level that Yellow Eco is indeed a thing that exists in this world. Just don't remember, so gonna do here. Also, be careful because that is instant. That swamp. I think it's either insta kill or it does a lot of damage. I can't remember which. Because I know I was down to like one thing of health earlier. Punch. Just going to open these up again. But yeah, so suffice to say, I'm gonna try my best to get through this segment pretty fast and get on to the rest of the game, which I find to be infinitely more enjoyable. That's just me. Oh, but I'd also mention that when you use yellow eco, your punch turns into a fireball. That is how that works. So just bear that in mind. You won't have a punch anymore, but you will be able to fire energy blast out your hand. But your spin kick is still a spin kick, so don't expect that to be like a rapid fire thing. That won't be something introduced until like Jak. Okay, so yeah, it takes one harder damage. Okay, that works for me. Okay, so we're going to take care of these things real fast because I remember those things being a pain in the butt on my first run through. Oh, nothing to mention is that the fireball actually homes in on enemies, so you don't have to worry about being exactly accurate. Okay, one more should do the trick. Okay. Here, over here, and now, since that there is a blue eagle vent over here and a jump pad, guess what we're gonna do? Hello! I have come to be a nuisance. Okay, I'm going to need some health pretty soon. I am running dangerously low on it. This is a bit of a timing puzzle here. All you gotta do is just avoid the spikes. Oh, don't make the mistake of thinking that you're safe like that. You know, when you avoid the spikes, but they still hurt. Now these rats, you just gotta deal with. And be mindful of the barbs. They do hurt, obviously. Okay. I hate that thing. Okay, now where to next? I think a left here. I feel like this is the. Oh, man, that was close. Let's go ahead and just take care of these rat things because they are a nuisance. Now I'm going to go here. Oh dear. All right. I've made a mistake. Alright, there we go. I didn't make a mistake. I don't remember. Okay. And here we go. Here. Okay, no. Okay, I wasn't trying to do that. Let this run out. I need more of these. No, I don't think so. Okay, now we're going to grab this and do this one right here. Okay. So we can't find our first power cell in here. There we go. There we go, some health finally. Yes. Oh, that was close. Dip my toe in the bog. Okay, now this I remember. This is part of another power cell.
Did you see that? Only 3 more tethers to go. Ah, break the tongue strip.
Oh, I forgot to mention that the lurkers that had the mines on the blimps we did last time, they actually explain why they're on the why they're doing that is they're dropping mines in the water. So one thing I forgot to mention, I completely forgot about this game, is that a lot of the power cells you collect actually do a bit of environmental storytelling. There it is. There it is. And bada bing, bada boom. There we go. So I appreciate the effort on that one because not a lot of games do that. And this. Should have been something, but no, it's not. Okay. Okay, so that's that way back. Oh, Resi gone over time a little bit. All right, I will be back in the next one where we finish up this boggy swamp. I've been Anansi, you've been great, and I'll catch you later.